This is the driver motor for the car. It's basically a 24 volt motor. It's about 2 horsepower, and basically I have this thing apart right now. Here's the other half, is because I need to recreate a billet piece out of this big chunk here to house this 5 volt sensor, so that the computer knows the position or the rotation of this motor, or clocking where it's at. And basically, this is the only thing that is actually driving the steering. What he's inputting is from just one of these sensors connected to a steering wheel. So basically, the computer gets a signal from this and recreates an output for this motor to turn left or right, and then basically it just has to match up these two sensors. So that's basically it in a nutshell. So now I have this thing all machined out. This is the part that basically holds all the gears and goes back over that, the steering motor. And so now I'm going to flip it over and pocket out the back side, and I'm going to put these 2 gears in, and that's basically going to be driving that sensor like I talked about before, so that this thing can have a reference or position.
Sunglasses with the bells, so travel with the bells.
Okay, so this motor block is done now. There's a stock steering motor, not stock, but that's the steering motor that we're using. All the gears to it, and this is the shaft, or the main output shaft that I added this little gear to, and then this shaft as well, so that I can have U-joint on it. And then this is the main block where all the steering motor gears go, and then it goes through the bottom here, and it goes to this side where basically this gear sits here like that, spins around, and this cap here goes on top of that, and that holds that sensor that we were talking about earlier. So just like that. So next is stick this all together and put it in the car.
Hastily, I wait and see, crazy to the nice to be, and wait for me to take a peek and wait a week for us to see. You can interrupt the sweets when I'm sad, I don't mind yelling.
So I got the steering motor all hooked up here, got the computer all hooked up, and all the configurator and everything. I've been on this for the last 3 hours programming. It's 2 in the morning. Anyway, so basically here is his steering. As I turn that little potentiometer, 5-volt potentiometer, his steering will go right to where I want it to because of that sensor that's in it. So basically that's how his steering is working, just like that. And then this connects to a steering wheel, that connects to the rack, and that's essentially it. Now to put in the car.